Hey, it's the Next Level Contractor Podcast.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby.
We're coming at you every Monday at 7 a.m. with no bullshit in 30 minutes or less.
Eat bread and desserts and just get all fat and sassy.
And we're helping small businesses and construction companies be more profitable with better leads and better systems.
Google ads are really powerful, but it has to be a calibrated machine.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 legit roofing marketing strategies that every roofer should be using. So last week I talked about scams, and I don't like to just be negative, but there are a lot of scammers out there, and there are a lot of people that are just like taking advantage of contractors and stuff like that. I know a lot of contractors don't always know a ton about marketing, but it's certainly a field where you can make a lot of money from marketing. Like, marketing systems can legitimately drive roofing and siding leads. Like, it's one of those places where marketing is super useful, right? Like, there's certainly an upside. There's certainly profit to be had. And so I'm going to give you the 5 most impactful ones that I see. 1, Google local services. So this is going to get more flooded with contractors, but currently there's still not as many contractors there as there is opportunity. And I call it arbitrage, when there's more opportunity than people realize and you can get in there quick and make more money from this particular method. Google local services. What it is at the top of Google, when you say, like, let's say Pittsburgh roofer, it's this little area where it has like a bunch of roofers in kind of a carousel or a slider kind of thing. And it has reviews, and it has it's very prominent though, and it's prominent on mobile, and it's prominent on desktop, and it catches people's attention, and it says Google guaranteed. So there's actually a couple things that you have to do for this. You basically just have to have good reviews and be certified by the state and stuff like that, whatever the local requirements are for a roofer in your area, and submit those to Google, and you can be part of this. And it's very low effort to manage. You don't actually have to be really good at PPC or Google ads or anything like that to do this. So it's kind of awesome. It's something that you can do. It's not that expensive. The clicks are less expensive than normal Google ads. Anytime Google has a service, like whether it's YouTube or the maps, or it's this Google local services or Google guaranteed, it's always the best deal, because they want to keep people in their ecosystem. So just think of it that way. Anytime Google is doing a service, think about it and try to make sure that you're optimized for it as much as you possibly can. Number 2, hardcore SEO. Of course I'm biased on this. I love SEO. I'm totally into it. But what are the things within SEO that you can actually leverage? 1, better content. You can do better content. You can do videos and then have somebody turn those into blog content. That way you get your actual expertise boiled down and put into blog posts without having to spend a ton of time writing, because maybe you don't like writing. I don't know. Another thing is high authority links. So 2 really heavy duty ways to get high authority links. 1 is guest posting, so writing for other sites and getting links back to yours. That you can Google guest posting, get into it, look at their service providers or whatever that you'd want to use. Also, Haro, so help a reporter out, is an awesome service that allows you to answer questions that reporters have. So every day, reporters go on this thing, they ask questions, and then you can just answer those questions, and you get links. Like, if you do 10 of these a day, you get links back to you. But part of it is a lot of people don't understand the motivation. Why do you care about links? Why do you care about links? Links are huge in making sure that your website looks authoritative to Google's algorithm. So they're super important for getting higher in Google. If you understand that, even though it's a long game, even though if you get 5 links today, it'll probably help you in the next couple months. It won't help you tomorrow. It's huge for getting higher on Google. So just know that. And then also constantly improving your website. Like, we do technical SEO as part of our heavy duty SEO services, but little things to improve your website, that's really the core ideas. little bits of improvement all the time, whether that's installing Yoast SEO or Rank Math, those are two SEO plugins, and de-indexing thin or duplicate content, or if it's just adding a new image on your homepage, adding new text that answers key questions, frequently asked questions. Just think of your website as a sales tool and give people what they need, answer their objections. A lot of roofers are great at sales, but they don't apply the same principles of sales to their website. So consider the fact that somebody might not have ever met you and they'll go to your website. You still need to get their trust. How do you get their trust? You make improvements on that website. You add badges that say, you have a manufacturer's warranty. You add things that actually give people more confidence in working with you. 3, expanded broad match Google Ads. So we've got a course that's coming out shortly. It's a Roofing Lead Generation Academy, and it talks about this in more detail, but this idea of expanded broad match Google Ads. Google Ads are not always a great deal. Why? Because Google loves for you to spend money, and they're going to get you to spend as much money as they possibly can. But I love this particular type of ad because basically what it means is you put a plus in between each of the keywords when you're adding these to Google Ads. It means that they have to have that word for you to show up. So they have to say roofing Pittsburgh for you to show up. They have to say both of those words. And why is that important? Because Google often just keeps it expanding. So then it's like, it keeps expanding to these keywords that don't have anything to do with what you're saying. So then it's like Pittsburgh, you accidentally show up for Pittsburgh like softball or something like that, which because you made your ads too loose, they show up for dumb stuff, and Google's glad to spend your money. So they don't try to help you fix that all the time. And it's kind of sad. Like Google ads are really powerful, but it has to be a calibrated machine. So that's a key piece to making sure you're getting the most out of your Google ad budget. And sometimes marketing companies aren't paying close attention to this. So zoom in every once in a while on your Google ads and make sure that they're spending money in the right ways. Don't just spend indiscriminately. 4, boots on the ground local marketing. And so this is a pretty broad category, but I'm going to go into it because I think a lot of roofing companies they underestimate how much building a brand can set you up for success. So what do I mean by that? We had a contractor recently in an area in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Awesome guy. Company has been around for a long time. Family company. The guy's a military veteran, and just a kind person and somebody that I respect. He's had storms come through that area a lot, and the last 10, 15 years, right? Like in hail damage, but never until this past year did he get the kind of results that he saw. And I'll share this with you just briefly, like what led up to this. He's not just doing SEO, right? He's got truck reps. He's doing radio. They do signs in every yard when they do a roof, or they do a soft wash, or they do insulation or whatever. He's got signs in their yard, so people see that brand. They do social media. They do videos that share his expertise. And yes, when you Google, things related to storm damage and hail damage in his area, he comes up with Google ads and SEO. But it's even more impactful in smaller areas like this, because we're talking about a medium-sized city, La Crosse, Wisconsin, right? But he's everywhere there. He feels like he's everywhere. And also, when you go to his website, it follows you around, remarketing. So whenever you go to his website for the next month, you'll see his ads all over the internet, right? Because we have remarketing on his website as well. So how many leads did he get, Tim? In 2.5 weeks, I think it was actually 3 weeks, he got 1,100 leads. And when I had talked to him like a week and a half after this storm went down, he had inked 100 deals, 1,100 leads. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And That's because he built a brand in his area. And there's other ways to do this. We talk about truck wraps, we talk about yard signs, we talk about events. Just know that building a brand is big. And it's really all of the marketing things. So don't just outsource one element of your marketing and then think it's going to fix it. Do all of the things. Do 5 high power branding and marketing systems. And then lastly, number 5, referral systems and partnerships. I talk about this a lot, but people really underestimate referrals. It's weird because so many people's businesses are built on referrals, right? Like a lot of people come to us and are like, we need SEO, but ultimately like our business will be fine if we didn't have SEO because we get referrals all the time. That's how we built our business. That's how we went from 1 to 5 people. That's how we went from 1 to 10 people or whatever, right? Because we got a lot of referrals. I tend to see when it gets bigger than that, they've done a lot more marketing stuff, right? But you're telling me referrals worked for you. So are you doing anything currently? And ask yourself this question right now. Are you doing anything currently to try to increase those referrals? So one of the biggest systems that you can do is to find ways to increase referrals, whether that's with a little incentive for people that, a $50 gift card or $25 gift card for every neighbor that they connect with you with or something like that. Or whether it's that little surprise and delight after you get somebody put on a roof. But referrals are huge. Find systems. I suggest that you make at least 5 systems for getting more referrals and try to implement those systematically, regularly, habitually. So those are 5 things that every roofer should have in place, 5 high power marketing systems. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope that this has been useful to you, and join us next week for the Next Level Contractor podcast. It's Hook Agency and Hook Agency all over social media. All right, bye guys.